Okay, first run of 2026. Coming off of a little injury, I had a stress fracture. 3 miles easy for the first run of 2026. Yeah. Okay, first run of 2026 done. Let's see. 3.3 miles, 750 pace. So I've kind of had to start over. Kind of from the beginning, not really from the beginning, but it took them about a month off, a little over a month. So just kind of getting back into it. Starting off slow. Not going to be chasing big numbers like I was. Kind of is what got me into the injury situation. So I'm just starting off slow for now. We'll see where it goes from there. Okay, post-run / post-Christmas physique. A little bit flabby. A little bit of water weight, a little bit of fat from the holidays. Let's see what the weight is. Post-Christmas weight. January 1st, 194. So I woke up, drank like 33 ounces of water, cup of coffee. So that's the weight with that too. No food yet. But yeah, let's see how fast it takes me to get chiseled. Okay, so post first run of the year, post Christmas, I want something high in protein. I want something low in carbs because I've had so many carbs over Christmas. So my glycogen is way topped off. We got a ton of water weight that I want to burn off, so I'm gonna go just some lean protein, couple eggs, cup of coffee, and probably a little bit of hot sauce, and that is gonna be it. So leftover turkey from the freezer, couple eggs, some coffee, and that'll be post-run, because all I really want is a little bit of protein in for my run, and I don't want any carbs, so a little bit of fat. Start off like that. Alright, that's cooking up. That comes to 337 calories, 45 grams of protein, 16 grams of fat, and 5 grams of carbs. So that's the first meal after the run. In the morning, I'll run in the morning, lift weights at night. But I'll show you some of my setup that I got. It's super basic, super simple. People tend to overcomplicate things. You don't need a lot of stuff. I mean, running shoes, and I'll show you what I got for weights. So this is my setup. I got a cheap, I'd say I spent like $100 on this bench. It's a folding bench from Amazon. So that folds up, that folds in, and it goes in the closet. Super simple. I got one Olympic bar. I got some Olympic weights. I got some regular bar ends, bar stops. I got one curl bar, and then just a couple other weights. I don't have a lot of weights. You don't need 400 or 500 pounds of weights if you're just doing it at home and you're an average guy like me. But yeah, that curl bar, some weights, the bench, and I got some other little things for like legs and stuff. Like, yeah, I'll show you that on a different video. But for my chest and shoulder day, and maybe a little bit of back, I got this, the bench, that. I don't use the curl bar for shoulders and back. For a little bit of the back work, I just do some wide grip pull-ups to get a little bit of some back exercise because I'm kind of slacking in that area. So I'll show you some of the exercises. And okay, so when I'm running and lifting, I like to go as heavy as possible, usually until failure. On the bench press, I don't always have somebody to spot for me, so I don't always go to failure, maybe 1 rep shy, but I go as heavy as possible because when I run, I like to get some high mileage days in. Some days I'll do a half marathon a day. Some days I'll do 15 miles. Some days I'll only do 3, but I never do anything really under 3 miles. So that's why I separate them, and that's why I go heavy. And I'll usually do drop sets. I'll start out really heavy, get as many reps as I possibly can, and then incrementally work my way down, lighter and lighter, trying to hit around 8 reps. 10 reps is kind of rare, but sometimes I go 10. Sometimes I go 7, but around that range I like to get as heavy as possible with about 30-second break in between sets. So we'll go through a little bit of benching. So this is kind of heavy for me. I already did a couple sets, so we'll see how many I can get with this. I'm doing mostly bodybuilding work, so I'm not trying to arch my back. I'm not trying to push my chest out a lot. I'm just getting that range of motion, full range of motion. Okay, so I like to, on weekdays, I don't have much time to work out, so I'll work out for about 45, 55 minutes, but I'll usually do 4 sets per exercise on those days. On weekends, when I have more time, I'll get 6 sets. Sometimes 7, sometimes 8, depending on how I'm feeling, but I work out 6 days a week, so those sets add up. And the reason I work out 6 days a week is because I do run, and I'm just adapted to 6 days a week, and I like to work out 6 days a week. Some people do 4 or 5, that's great, but that's just what I do. So yeah, typically on a weekday, 4 sets per exercise, as heavy as possible to absolute failure most of the time. And if you're benching by yourself, go like 2 reps shy of failure, maybe 1 rep, depending on how comfortable you are with the exercise. But the last thing you want to do is end up with that bar pinned on your neck and not be able to move. So that's what I do for chest primarily. At the end of my exercise, I'll finish off with some push-ups. Usually I'll drop down a little bit more and just rep it for as many reps as I can get just to get that pump. So let's move on to the next one. All right, after bench press, I move to my lateral raises. So I'll do 4 sets each just to failure with as heavy weight as possible, anything over, say, 7-8 reps. So 7-8 to, let's say, 12 reps, 8 to 12 reps. So get a weight that you can do at least that many reps with and just rep it out till failure. Make sure your failure is at or around 12 reps. And I don't really warm up. I'll usually just throw the weight on. I wouldn't say everybody can do that, but I've just never warmed up. After a couple reps, you're warmed up. So in running and lifting, you really just want to put on as heavy as weight as possible. And Make sure your form's good. Don't be throwing it up there. If you can't get it up there with proper form, you're done. Okay? Quit it. All right, after the lateral raise, we'll go over to, I think it's called bent over shoulder raise. Not really sure. I just do it. So, gets the back of the shoulders. Same weight, same rep range, same amount of sets. As controlled as possible. And that was 14. If I go over 12, whatever. Okay, next exercise after lateral raises, I do overhead press. Same thing, 4 sets, 7 to 12 reps to failure. So put on weight that you can do 7 to 12 reps, push it to failure, 4 sets, overhead press. Let's go. And sometimes I'll put weight on there or go heavy, so sometimes I'll only get 5 reps, sometimes 6. Then I'll drop set, I'll take a little bit of weight off, get a couple more reps. That's okay. Also, shout out, my 7-year-old son is filming, our 6-year-old son is filming. Good job on the camera, Liam. Yeah, okay, we'll go overhead press 4 sets. And then usually I'm done. Sometimes I'll do some pull up, wide grip pull up for the back, but most of the time I'm done. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so overhead press wraps it up. So I got bench press, lateral raise, overhead press, and then some push-ups to finish it off, just because you could always do more. And some pull-ups at the end of it, as many as you can get. Wide grip pull-ups. If you live in a small apartment, you don't need a lot of stuff. You saw the stuff I have. So there's really no excuse. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.